Hello, my dear students. In this session, we are going to study about the aristocracy and the middle class. That also in the mid 18th century. In the mid 18th century in Europe, the kingdoms were ruled by different families, and these families were very powerful families. The Habsburg family, the Hohenzollern family, the Romanov family, the Ottoman family, the Bourbon family. These were the major families, and all these important families were ruling in different parts of Europe, different kingdoms of Europe, and in each kingdom people belonging to different languages were there. That was the most important thing, and that is to be kept in mind before analyzing this topic. Okay? Once again I repeat, different families were ruling in different kingdoms in Europe. But all these families were interrelated because all these families were having common issues, common objectives, common problems. They did not want people to get united against them. They did not want people to feel like the nation. They did not want people to uprise against them, to revolt against them, to start movement against them. Means aristocracy was always afraid of people's popular revolts, and people in their kingdoms were having common enemy, common objective. And what was their common objective? To remove the autocratic rule. They were united, and if not in some parts, they were getting united. पूरे यूरोप में जो छोटे छोटे और बड़े बड़े बहुत सारे किंगडम्स थे, उन सभी किंगडम्स के ऊपर केवल 5 बड़ी फैमिलीज का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन या रूल था. इन किंगडम्स में जो भी लोग रहते थे वो अलग अलग भाषाएं बोलते थे, यानी एक ही किंगडम के अंदर कई भाषा बोलने वाले लोग थे, लेकिन पूरे यूरोप में एक भाषा बोलने वाले सभी लोग मिलकर के एक नेशन बनना चाहते थे. इसलिए उन लोगों का भी केवल एक ही कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव था, अरिस्टोक्रेसी और अरिस्टोक्रेटिक प्रिविलेजेस के अगेंस्ट में फाइट करना, रिवॉल्यूशन करना, मूवमेंट करना. और जो ये रूलिंग फैमिलीज थी उनका एक ही ऑब्जेक्टिव था, पीपल्स रिवोल्ट को चेक करना. लेकिन इसी बीच में क्या हुआ? इसी बीच में यह हुआ कि इन द सेंट्रल एंड वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ यूरोप इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन स्टार्टेड. इट स्टार्टेड फर्स्ट इन इंग्लैंड, and that also in the second half of 18th century, means after 1750. It started with cotton textile industry. Okay? And as you know, the second half of the industrial revolution was dominated by iron and steel industry. Actually, industrial revolution has 2 phases. The first phase was agro-based, the second phase was mineral-based. The first phase was dominated by cotton and textile industry, and the second phase was dominated by iron and steel industry, because iron and steel industry was required for making of machines. Okay, handmade to machine made. And industrial revolution brought 2 big changes. The first change was improvement in the quality of production, and the second change was increase in the quantity of production. Okay, so industrial cities were being set up. In the outskirts of old cities, industries started. But all these things resulted in one more big thing, and that thing was emergence of a new middle class. This middle class was of the businessmen, of the industrialists, of the professionals, of doctors, engineers, writers, philosophers, teachers. All were there in this middle class. And these middle class people had got two big things. One was mind. The other thing was what? Money. They had mind and money. They wanted muscle power. So they got support of the lower class people, the artisans, the workers, the peasants, the farmers, the agricultural laborers, the slaves, all supported them against autocracy, against autocratic rule. So the main thing of, or the main objective of, जो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव था ऑटोक्रेसी को रिमूव करना, ऑटोक्रेटिक प्रिविलेजेस को रिमूव करना और मिडिल क्लास के हाथ में पावर को लाना. तो दिस वाज द मेन, what we say, condition of entire Europe, and that also during what? During 18th century, 1750 onwards, means second half of 18th century to first half of 19th century, means around 1850. This was the situation. I hope all of you have understood this. But even then, in brief, I revise again. And what is that? Aristocracy wanted to be united in Europe because they had a common goal and they were interlinked to one another in many ways. Okay, they did not want people to start revolt against them. They wanted to dominate. But due to industrial revolution that started first in England, people got united and a new middle class emerged. That middle class of what kind of people? Industrialists were there, teachers, professors, writers, philosophers, merchants, businessmen, traders, whatever you say. So this middle class took support, got support of the lower class and started a very, very powerful movement against aristocracy privileges. I hope all of you have got it. So this is the topic, aristocracy and the middle class. I hope my children have got it. Thank you very much. God bless you.